Hey guys, what's up and welcome to a new Tesla update video. Holy shit is all I gotta say. Unreal. Wow. I don't know if anyone could have predicted this, I'll be honest. I mean, not to this scale, like, wow. Tesla down 12% for the day, just, another regular day, guys, no worries. Just, a casual 12% drop, no biggies, no issues there whatsoever. I mean, to be fair though, it's not like just Tesla. Tesla definitely had an extra... It went down more than it should have, but like, to be fair, like the QQQ is down almost 4%, which technically means that Tesla should be down around 8%. Tesla easily down another, like that extra 3 to 4% is down from that, easily because of, fears related to Elon Musk, with this Twitter thing. People are scared they have to sell Tesla for it, to fund it, essentially, to actually be able to buy Twitter. Yeah, so there's a lot of like FUD around that. So yeah, absolutely wild day. So, okay, so you guys know how forever, pretty much all the way since here, I've been saying how I expect Tesla to fall down to mid to low 900s. Well, it fell down a lot lower than that, I'll tell you that right now. It fell down to 876. I'll be completely honest, I didn't think it would fall down this low, especially not this fast. Even like the mid to low 900s, I didn't think it would happen this fast. Like I thought it would happen maybe at the end of the week, maybe at the end of the week, this week or next week is when I thought it would happen. Instead, we just get a 12% haircut today. Unbelievable. Like, this is just crazy. Anyways, let's figure out what the hell's going to happen, right? So we have a lot of earnings. I want to get this video done because I want to pay attention to, like, earnings for Microsoft, Google, which we're going to open up right here and see how it's doing. But just, guys, unbelievable. Microsoft is falling currently on earnings. Hopefully they recover. They're now they're going back up. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so essentially what I'm seeing, guys, right now is yeah, first of all, this is probably one of the worst days Tesla's had in a while, similar to this day over here. Just absolute bloodbath. It is what it is, of course. Usually after these kind of massive red days, you get bounces. So, we're fingers crossing that Microsoft and Google save us with their earnings report. Microsoft is now green. Google is hopefully going to be turning green here. So hopefully they save us with their earnings. That's essentially one of our last hopes. Apple on Thursday. Amazon, I think, is tomorrow. Amazon's going to be horrendous. I can't imagine that being good. Anyway, so that's essentially, we need that to save the market. But essentially, the way you're seeing the RSI is just literally straight red. Like, let's take a look at the 1 hour chart. You guys know, like, the 1 hour chart. So the severely oversold RSI is sitting at 21, which is extremely low. So, man, this is like hard to even predict at this point. Like, I expect a bounce. I really do. Like, I really think that if we didn't break below this 885, like I would have expected probably in 2 weeks, we would have bounced up to 975. I mean, then again, with how fast this market moves, could have easily happened in a week. At some point, essentially, I expect a bounce to 975. I don't know when that is. I don't know if that'll be tomorrow. I don't know if it's the end of the week. I don't know if it's next week. I don't know if it's next month. I don't know when, right? Predicting when is the hard part. Like, I don't know when it'll happen. But I'm fairly confident at some point or another, we will revisit 975 and probably get rejected. Why? Because it was just an insanely large support. Like, if you take a look at 975, like a disgusting support. It's very common to retest these kind of situations where it consistently acted as a support, you know what I mean, and then you just kind of retest it and retest it. Unless, of course, the earnings are horrible and we just essentially plummet down and Google, Microsoft don't save us. That's the other possibility, which is very possible. Who knows? But at some point, whatever long it takes, I don't think it'll be more than like a month or anything. I think it'll be sometime like probably next month. I do think that we're going to be retesting this level up here. I do think that's going to happen, this 975. But at the very moment, yeah, it's not looking pretty. The market's not looking pretty. Everything's not looking pretty. I mean, it's really kind of a bait because yesterday this candle was looking gorgeous and then it just said, fuck that. And we just absolutely just decimated all that. I mean, the indices being down 3 to 4% is like severe. Like, look at these severe, super severe drops. Like, it's just crazy painful, man. I'm not gonna lie. And Tesla essentially, like, all the times that Tesla didn't really drop that much here while everything else did, pretty much made up for that in today's move, essentially. That's essentially what it was. Like, one thing I've noticed is Tesla tends to be very laggy, where if you have like the market and indices like plummeting and Tesla is not, it tends to be a delayed reaction sometimes, where it tends to kind of, and vice versa, of course, as well, where it tends to kind of catch up to that later on. And in my opinion, this right here was essentially playing catch up to that. Absolutely horrendous day, horrendous drop. My puts that I sold in the 900 mid-ish 900s, yeah, those are obviously fucked. So at this point, I'm probably going to be buying shares, a lot of shares, unless we get a bounce and something happens. But at the very moment, I'll be buying a lot of shares, essentially, by the end of this week, if nothing changes so drastically to the upside. A lot of shares of Tesla sitting at yeah, pretty much the mid to slightly lower end of that in the 900s, like in the 940 to 950 range. That's essentially my buy range right now, which where I'm pretty much going to be forced to buy there, which I'm not too worried about. I don't really mind. Again, like the way I view Tesla is I don't view Tesla shares that, I don't really care about the share price that much personally. What I care about is just how much premium I can soak up, whether it's selling puts or calls. But yeah, so it's extremely difficult to predict. But like essentially, guys, so pretty much, you know, when I was talking about how, you know, like when you just consistently only grow up, green, 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 you're going to eventually get a red day, and you're eventually going to get a bounce down to back to the downside. I mean, the same thing applies here. When you get this absolutely abysmal red, you're gonna get a bounce to the upside at some point. Like it will be pretty aggressive in my opinion as well, of a bounce to the upside, right? It is gonna happen. It's just a matter of when, not if. Now, the one thing that's not good is we did straight break right under the teal line. Granted, it is only the second day of the week, and we still have plenty of time to, you know, recover, which essentially I want to see above 920 sometime this week by some miracle. Maybe something, maybe Apple will save us. I don't know. Google's down 4%. That's not good. Microsoft is starting to rotate. It's not good, man. Like, that's not good. NVIDIA's rotating even more to the downside. The whole market is just rotating. That's just really not good, man. I'm just saying it's not good. So we need some kind of catalyst to save this market right now, because this is pretty bad. Where were all those people that were telling me Tesla will never see 900 again? We'll never see that Tesla at 900 ever again. Back when we were sitting at like over 1,000. Yeah, we'll never see Tesla at 900. What about 800? You guys like 800? I'm just saying, whenever you hear people saying that, like, oh, we'll never see Tesla drop again, you know, we're off to the all-time highs, that's when you're probably near the top. But the thing is, the flip is true. Whenever you see people constantly saying that, oh, Tesla's going down to like 300, Tesla will never see 900 again, you're probably near a short-term bottom or some form of bottom, you know, and a bounce will come. Keep that in mind, guys. That's usually how the market works. But yeah, so this is a very difficult video to update on. Everything's just looking bearish. I'm not gonna lie. Like, everything's looking bearish. Like, at this point, I really would be surprised to see another downside to like 850 tomorrow. Like, maybe we touch 850 tomorrow. It's possible. It's painful. It absolutely fucking sucks. Horribly painful. I mean, we're already at 870 aftermarket. Horribly painful. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely horrendously painful. It is what it is. I just wish I wish I didn't sell my puts yesterday. I wish I held it for at least one of them for an extra day. That's all. I'm just sad about that. I really thought we were gonna have a bounce at least. Wow. I really thought we'll have a bounce. Essentially, what I thought yesterday was I really thought the candles for overall the market looked fairly okay for a short-term bounce. I really thought we'll have a short-term bounce, and then probably look for something like this to the downside. Not this aggressive, but, you know, relatively similar to this. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, Google's down 5%, guys. That is like not good. I will say that right now. Guys, having Google down 5% is really, really bad. And you can see the market now is just plummeting, following Google straight down to the gutter. This is really bad. This is really not good. Like, really, really bad. Yeah, so tomorrow, guys, 850, definitely. We're most likely seeing 850. This is pretty brutal. But again, at some point we will see a bounce. At this point, yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. We need another day to like assess this market. At the moment, I would expect 850, and I'd probably check the bounce off 850. And then we need some earnings to save us. Google's down 6% now. Fuck, dude, that's fucked. That's pretty fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. That's really bad. That is not good. That's not saving this market at all. So Tesla's down another 1.5%. QQQ's down another 1.5%. On the bright side, if Tesla ever reaches, pretty much what I'm thinking now, guys, is so if Tesla ever reaches back into the 700s, which it might, it very well might, maybe even 600, honestly. But if I ever see Tesla in the 700s, I'm going to the bank. If I ever see Tesla in the 600s, I'm going to the bank again. That's all I'm going to say. But up until then, I'm just going to kind of, you know, it is what it is, you know, it's fine. I'm going to keep selling calls, options, keep selling premium, essentially have Tesla pay me rent as I'm holding it, and then yeah, we'll go from there. But either way, let me know what you guys think down below. Again, for tomorrow, I'm expecting 850. At some point, I expect a bounce. For now, the first thing we'll look at is a bounce to this target area here around, you know, the mid 900s, 940-ish, and then if we can break that, we can probably go up to 970. But I'm expecting a bounce at some point or another. Hopefully, at this point, I don't know if we will get it because nothing's saving the market. I thought maybe Google or Microsoft will save the market. They're not. But at some point, regardless, I still expect some kind of bounce up to here. But we'll see what happens. The QQQ is down to 312. That is really fucking bad. Holy shit, that's really fucking bad. Yeah, that's not good. We'll see what happens tomorrow, guys. everything's looking pretty bearish. We need some kind of bottom to eventually form, and once I see a bottom form, I will of course let you guys know. But up until then, be careful. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace, peace, peace.